Hello, hello.
Hey guys, how are you guys doing tonight? Hi Diana, Carrie, Four Hearts Ranch, Rosanna, Tamra. Due to no rain, my feed store has no alfalfa. Ugh. So the weather, yeah. I don't know how it is down in Virginia where you guys all are, but here in Michigan, it just darn stinks.
Yes, indeed.
Ugh.
You guys hear us okay tonight? Make sure we got good audio tonight. We had some issues last night when we were chatting with Two Family Homestead, and it doesn't appear that it was on our end because our stream seemed to come through okay. You guys can hear us good. Okay. Nice and clear, no static. Awesome.
Hey Leah.
Hey, Leah.
Well, so yeah, we felt it was appropriate with all of our whining and complaining to title this week's live video. What did you title it? Like,
Yeah, like this weather stinks or something like that.
oh, we had two good days last week. Because I remember it was when I planted the onions. I ended up taking my jacket
Hmm.
off
Yeah.
because I actually got warm. You know, I think it was like 50 degrees, so it felt warm. But that 2 days was all that we got. That kind of looked and resembled spring. And then winter came back with a vengeance. So, what did I just see? Oh, what did I just see? Leah, what did I just see that you were doing? And I said, oh, Leah was canning. What, and I didn't see your reply. What were you canning down at Crepe Myrtle Farmstead? 50 yesterday in Louisiana, today 82. Did you guys get all that rain? 80s here in Texas. High wind, no rain for weeks, fire dangers high. Oh, darn. Okay, stop rubbing it in, guys. Oh, Lord. Rosanna said she weeded today and got hot in her sweatshirt.
Jeez.
We we ended up having quite a ice storm come through. Well, we weren't supposed to get it. It
Uh-uh.
was like when, let's see, this is Michigan, I guess. This is Michigan. I have no idea how you guys see it, but we live like down in here. And it showed the ice storm ended halfway up the mitten, and we live down here, so we're like, oh, good. Poor people up there.
Yeah.
Well, it ended up getting us and biting us in the rear end. Hey, Mama Cat. Hey, here now. Country living, Oregon style. Hi, welcome. Hey, Sandy. Um,
Yeah, we were supposed to get, I think our prediction for Saturday was,
it's rain, right?
yeah, like a inch and a half of rain, and then prediction for Sunday was another inch and a half of rain. So it was going to be a long, basically start raining Saturday morning and not stop until Sunday night is what the original prediction
Mm-hmm.
was. But that line of of ice ended up dropping and dipping down like this on the state of Michigan, and we got coated with ice on Sunday. Sunday morning we woke up.
Well, yeah, it must have happened during the night because I was completely shocked when I woke up in the
Yeah,
morning.
it was crazy. And of course, I had to venture out into it and check it out. This is part of our chicken, our little chicken run on the back of our chicken coop, and all that ice netting that you see on there. All that really is
Just cloth, like fabric, like thread.
Yeah, it's poultry netting to protect from aerial predators, but it got covered with a quarter of an inch of ice.
There's the other ice nut picture. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that crazy? So he says he had to venture out in it. Well, I wake up like 2 hours every morning before he does. And, usually like 6 o'clock, and I'm letting the chickens out. And I had to like scrape the locks on the chicken door and pry it with all my might to let the chickens loose. I should have had like a screwdriver or something with me.
Yeah.
But it took me a good while beating at it to get the door open. Oh my gosh, Tiny Hilltop, they had 3 feet of snow in Wisconsin.
Mm,
You guys are kidding me. Oh, I tell you what, this is something else.
yep.
Oh, Leah said she was canning her pickled eggs. Awesome. Oh, it was just a picture. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, and Diane at Justice Acres processed 10 Cornish cross chickens and froze our buns off.
I know the feeling. One of our butchering days last fall was freezing.
Yeah. We
I don't
lit the
remember.
bonfire in the backyard and we would go over to the fire and warm up our
Mm-hmm.
hands. But yeah, the ice storm ended up being pretty bad. So here's a little small twig that broke off of one of our trees in the backyard that basically kind of just shows you how thick the ice was coated on all of our trees. We lost a couple branches, came down in the yard.
Yeah, like a big chunk of our lilac tree out front just broke off at the base. Oh, that's okay. Hey, Sherry and Daryl. You have to let the chickens out? Why? What are you talking about? So, no, like they're in their house at night, and I have to let them out in the morning. We don't have like an automatic door or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think our local here to where we live, our local utility company, I think there was about
10,
300 and
310.
310 people without power just because of this ice storm that came through. It took down trees, it took down power lines. In fact, I think Sunday we were without internet at our
Yeah.
house
Mm-hmm.
for pretty much all day. It didn't come back till about 10 o'clock that night.
It's the first we were putting in a big garden playing around with so much. Hey, Joyful, it has been a long time. I'm so glad you're here. Um, yeah, so we are blessed because we have like this. I don't know if you guys have it with your utility, but we have like an outage app so you can see the affected areas and kind of like if you were without power, you would get an estimate of restoration time. And we pulled it up, and there was like over 2,000 customers just in our neighborhood area without power. So we were very fortunate that we didn't lose it. But we ended up, it, internet came back that night, so we were all prepared. I don't, did any of you guys catch our interview with Two Family Homestead last night? That was so much fun. I was a nervous wreck. It was like the first time going live again.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Yeah, you were nervous about
I
that one.
oh my gosh. Yeah.
I wasn't so much. I thought it was going to be fun.
Yeah, it was fun, but I wasn't in control, and when I'm not in control, I don't know how it's gonna go. But Daryl and Sherry made us feel very welcome, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So here now, since they don't know farming, that's why I asked you chickens when chickens need to go out. So yeah, our chickens here's this. So this picture you can see, you see the back part of the picture where there's all that netting. That's the chickens run area, and then off to the left side of the picture, where it looks like there's a little house, that's the chicken coop. And at night they go into the coop, and then we close the door so that predators can't get in there and eat them and kill them
Yeah.
and steal the eggs. And but then every morning we have to go out and unlatch the little door and open the door, and they run out in their little run and scratch and make compost for us. which we then use on our gardens.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that negatively. I just wasn't quite sure what you were asking because some people have like solar doors that automatically,
Hmm.
open in the morning and close at night. And we're actually looking into getting one of those, just so when we're out of town, we don't have to find somebody to come and let the chickens out in the morning and close the door at night. Um, oh, Bandanagram is here. Hey. And part time joined us. Hey,
Hey, Cindy, Susie, and Daryl and Sherry. Welcome, guys. Nice to see you again.
Sandy said she caught it, the interview. That was fun. I saw somebody said don't forget to pray for Mike, Pratt, and Jenny. And if you guys didn't catch it, Mike has published a video on his YouTube channel where he kind of just talks about some of the adjustments to expect on their channel while their family's going through this. And to see, I was told Todd at the end of it, I said, to see a grown man tear up just breaks my heart because for most men, it takes a lot to get them there. But yeah, we'll all definitely still very much praying for him, Jenny, the kids, and that they can understand the pull away from, as dad has to leave, and even his brother that sounds like the primary caregiver or the person that's out there with her. What's up, Spicy? Who's Spicy? What else do we have to share?
Let's look and see what we had on our list.
We don't have a lot this week, honestly, because the weather was just so darn awful last week.
Yeah, we did get some. So last week you talked about when it was those warm days. I think the day that you planted your onions, I went out and I spent some time working on the goat fencing, the paddock for the goats. And
hold on just one second before we get too far. I wanted to just answer Backwood's raised question. They asked what we had draped over that chicken pen. Looks like netting. It is. It's bird netting is what it's called. So we just went and bought this huge. Go back to that first picture. No, not the goat game. Sorry. That picture, yeah. So it's just bird netting. And the only intention is that it keeps big birds from being able to get at the chickens. Because we do have some significant birds of prey around the farm. Little sparrows can still get in there. I tell everyone I've just got a community bird feeder for the chicken feeder because the little sparrows get in there and eat. But,
yeah. The previous owners. So the bottom portion of that is fencing. The previous owners, somebody lived here previously. They had a pig that they kept in that little pen. So we added those 2x4s that go up taller. I think they go up about 8 feet tall. And then that bird netting is, you can get it on Amazon. I think it's like a 30-foot by 30-foot bird netting, which it's almost like fishing netting in a way.
Yeah.
And we just kind of draped it over those posts. We have had a couple owls swoop down onto the trees back in the background there.
Joyful Home said she got her tickets to Homesteaders Conference. Is it the Homesteaders of America or Patera's Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference? Oh, she said, yeah, it's the one in October. Cool. That's the one I'm going to. Can't wait to see ya. Howls, Hawks. Oh, I said Howls, Hawks. Owls, Hawks, Crows, question mark, here now said. So we have eagles and turkey vultures and owls and hawks are the primary.
Yeah, crows won't necessarily kill a chicken, but if a chicken's dead, the crows will come and clean up the mess for you.
Yeah.
Oh, Noah's Ark is here.
Hey, Noah's Ark. I saw Leah said who Spicy was is backwoods raised.
Yeah.
I love learning people's names, even if it's nicknames, just so I know how to make a more personal connection.
Yeah, we're getting better.
Yeah.
Or at least I'm getting better. You've always been good at it.
Like netting you put on your berry bushes? Probably.
Yeah, probably. I think the squares are probably like
Maybe.
inch and a half by inch and a half, 2 inch by 2 inch squares. It's just to kind of keep like a big owl or eagle from swooping down. They'll get caught in the net, and they can see it, so they don't actually try to swoop
Right.
down.
And Rosanna said she's got a lot of eagles and hawks, and she won't let her little Yorkie out alone. We're the same way with our little Dachshunds. We won't. I mean, we'll let them out if it's just real quick, but if they're going to be out for a while, we make sure that we're out and about with them. Crepe Myrtle said that they're investing in a greenhouse and meat chickens this year. Awesome. Do you know what kind of meat chickens you're going to do? If you're going to do like a dual purpose breed or a heritage breed or the mutant ninja Cornish crosses. I tell you, we did the Cornish crosses last year, and they are the ugliest looking things. And they do freak you out how fast they grow. But after seeing the feed to meat conversion and the quickness, I will never even try another chicken breed because it's just too economical to do.
Woman here now is asking how many chickens we currently have in that pen area. There's 11.
Yeah, 4 of them are little bantam hens.
Yep, and of the 4 bantams, one's actually a rooster.
Oh no, Crepe Myrtle said rabbits ate their entire garden, but the sunflowers.
Oh no.
Oh, so we have a lot of rabbits. Last year I didn't get, I think maybe they chewed on one of my greens, like say it was like my chard or my collards, something, but not significantly. And I don't know what kept them away, but I think it was just luck. So this year, we've mentioned Red Poppy Ranch on this channel before because he's one of our favorite channels. And he just posted on Instagram and then put his video out this morning of him building his wattle fence around his strawberry bed. And I've always wanted to do a wattle fence. And so this year I think I'm going to try. I think. We'll see. Because it would be a lot to do that whole area.
Yeah, a lot.
And we have a ton of sapling-sized poplar trees on the property that I can harvest to do it, but it's just the time. So that would be, you got to go down, cut them all, limb them all, and then, build it.
Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of work, especially since you need the weaving ones need to be small enough so that they're flexible so that you can actually weave on them.
Right. So Joyful Home did Freedom Rangers last year, and you're doing Cornish this year. Yeah, I'm very interested in the Freedom Rangers. I thought I might try those when I did the Cornish crosses last year, but it was before I saw how successful the Cornish went. So it's just too easy. Wow, Part-Time said her friend caught crows in a video swooping down and catching some of her smaller chickens alive.
Wow.
Diana's going to the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference, okay? Oh, bandana. Did you read what she said?
Yeah.
So if you happen to know what the link or something like that would be, I would love to either put it in one of your videos so we can come check it out, or post it in one of our Facebook groups or something, because that sounds
a water shooter.
Heck yeah, I want one of those. Okay, Leah said that they use netting as a roof too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but anyway, he was going to tell you what little
Oh
small
yeah.
project. Sorry, I completely got off.
Where was that?
Yeah,
Was
you were at the these two. So you were saying
okay.
that I was planting the onions and you were
Yeah,
doing.
you spent like 3 hours planting 218 onions,
Mm-hmm.
and I worked some more on the goat fencing in the paddock. When we strung the fencing, the woven wire fencing, we kind of we attached the ends on the end posts. We stretched the fencing down. We attached at the other end, and we threw a few staples here and there. But I still had 50 or 60 staples I had to put in, and all the missing spots just to secure things well. So I got that done. I used Tommy Alderman's trick to tighten some of the fencing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Um, Basically, what you do is if you have like you picture your fencing, if you come in with some lineman pliers, you can grab those horizontal pieces and you kind of twist them,
Yep.
and it pulls the fencing together and it tightens things up. So I got all the fencing tight, and then we started installing the insulators, and we got all of the insulators done. What this is it's a ceramic insulator about 8 inches above where the fencing stops. So our fencing that we installed is 4 foot tall, and then there's about an 8 inch gap, and then we have ceramic insulators all the way around on all of the wooden posts all the way around the paddock. And then in the corners, we put these corner insulators. And what we're going to do is we bought some electric poly wire, and we're gonna string a single strand of electric poly wire all the way around the goat paddock, about 8 inches above the fence line. So if the goats do start getting frisky and climbing, I'm thinking about jumping over this fence. Once they reach up and hit that electric wire with their nose, it should train them pretty good
Mm-hmm.
to get back down on the ground where you're
Yeah.
supposed to be.
We're definitely hopeful that it's going to work.
Yeah.
Cher said, I heard there was a party here. You were supposed to bring, it was basically BYOB. If you didn't get the memo, you have to bring your own drink
Popcorn.
and popcorn. We only have enough for two, and technology's not moved so far I can share it with you.
So yeah, we did take advantage last week of the warm weather and got a lot of the fencing done. It's to the point now where all I have to do is run the electric poly wire, and we're going to use our Premier One charge controller, fence controller to energize that.
Mm-hmm.
You got 218
Yeah, we
onions
didn't put
planted.
a picture in there. It's on Instagram. Because, right, that was since our last live show that I got that done.
Well, yeah, I think on the last live show we had pictures of you running the rototiller.
No, we didn't. I don't think.
Yeah.
We did?
You were running the rototiller. Remember the great pictures with the sunlight coming through the clouds and you and Abigail?
Yeah, because I remember showing the picture of the onions laid out on my dining room table, and I jokingly said, I think there might be 400 onion slips, and I'm not even kidding you. I was spot on. And that was about a 50-foot row. How wide, honey? About 24 to 24 inches wide?
24, 36 inches wide, something like that.
And I got two rows of onions planted, and that was 218 slips. And, and then that ice storm came, and I was like, I don't even want to go look. I don't want to know what happened. But I was brave today, and I went out there and looked, and I think they're going to make it. I think they're going to be just fine.
Yeah. We'll try to remember onion pictures next week for the live show.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We'll update you guys. So the little onion starch are like, not starch, they're slips. Onion slips, yeah. The little green part at the top is about as big as my finger. I went out there and checked them all today, and they were all like this.
Mm-hmm. But they look healthy, like they'll bounce back up.
Yeah, I think they will.
And so I still have the rest to plant. I mean, my neck, I couldn't do anymore. And then it got cold and nasty. So hopefully it's going to warm back up here this next week, and I'll try to get the rest planted. Here now, why do you put hay on top of the soil? Can you describe here now maybe where you saw that picture? Because we do that in several areas. Um, so I use not hay, but I use straw to as a mulch um, in my garlic beds and my corn bed last year. We're
Hmm.
also using straw to start like a Ruth Stout gardening bed. And if you haven't researched that, what Ruth Stout did, and she used just old spoiled spent hay. And I don't have access to spent hay. So I'm trying to mimic that with old straw bales that sat out all winter long. And then I top dressed it with a bunch of compost. And we also use straw when during the real muddy season in the chicken run, just so that they don't get super nasty, because then your eggs are all nasty. And they just continue to turn it and make more compost with their manure. So it adds some more carbon in there. So I hope that answered your question. Onions are real cold hardy. Yep, I know. I realized that. I just didn't know how they would handle an half an inch of ice on top of them.
Yeah, and another inch and a quarter of rain on top of that too,
Mm-hmm.
the day before.
Mm-hmm.
You can throw up the goat cam for a minute and see what the
Oh,
goats are up to. So
so
this is our live stream webcam from our little garden shed out back where the goats are currently taking refuge.
but they do get out in the paddock and get fresh grass every day when we get home. But they've become so attached to their little home.
Yeah.
Like around 7 o'clock in the evening, they just start and they want us to come get them, and then they run right back into their little barn. But they're growing, they're getting big.
Yeah, and they're really coming around to us from a personality perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Fear of God. Oh my God, what is this? What is this person standing here on two legs? Are they going to kill me?
Yeah, that's
They're
gone.
actually like
Mm-hmm.
becoming friends with us now, and we'll walk in the door and they come running. Um, we walk out to the paddock out back when we put them out there to eat on the trees and the grass and stuff out there, and we come walking and they get all excited and start hopping around and running. And so yeah,
Yeah.
there's the brown one there that you can see on the camera, and then back behind that laundry basket is the black and white one. They need sweaters. I think they do. They are out there today in their little goat fort, just looking out. You can see like their little nose and their little ears hanging down, just going meh, meh. Like,
they
why are we
are
out here?
they are so sweet.
I think it was like 34 degrees or something, and like
Uh-huh.
strong winds. I think wind chill was like 28 or something like that. So they didn't really like it, but it's free food out there for them. So
Mm-hmm.
the more grass they eat, the less hay we gotta feed them. So
Right. Leah asked, and Leah, we were going to ask the same question if anyone saw the Great American Farm Tour movie premiere.
oh yeah.
And she saw it. So I'm just going to say right now, no spoiler alerts, please, for anyone in here that hasn't gotten to see it. Um, we were Kickstarters for that, I don't know what you would call it, that journey that they went on. So I actually got, the whole package as part of the Kickstarter program, but I haven't watched it yet. We're just waiting for time to sit down and spend, because we really want to dedicate our attention and absorb it well.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't miss a single episode last year while they were on their journey. We watched every single one, so it's going to be neat to see what story he tells, and
Yeah,
and all of that. So
for
Valerie
sure.
said she watched it. It was great. Oh,
Yeah, and so real quick, and I'll go back to Great American Farm to Rosanna asked if we were going to dehydrate our onions this year, and
I mean, if
since
it's
we bought so
successful.
many,
Mm-hmm.
if we're actually successful with them this year,
Mm-hmm.
and we've grown. This is our third year growing
Trying
onions.
to grow onions.
Third year trying to grow
Yeah.
onions, and there was years when we had little onions that were like this big.
Mm-hmm. Last year they got a little bit bigger.
They got a little better last year. They maybe golf ball size.
Yeah.
So if we end up with 218 or 400 onions that are this big, yeah, we're gonna fire up the Excalibur dehydrator and dehydrate a lot of those onions, throw them in canning jars, vacuum seal them, and throw them down in the basement, and we'll have onions for probably the next year or so.
Yeah, I'm excited. You know what my favorite thing to do is, even when we buy onions from the grocery store, is just to, like, say you only need half an onion for a recipe, is to go ahead and chop up the rest and throw it in the freezer, and it's really easy to just pull out and toss in something. So I think, you know, either probably dehydrated and pre-processed in freezer bags.
Yeah. But the Great American Farm Tour, yeah, last night, I think we tried to watch it last night on our TV. We were trying to, I think the link that Justin sent you didn't support Chromecast, so
Yeah.
we couldn't figure out a way to beam it to our TV, which is where we watch most of our YouTube. So on our computer I downloaded last night the 2-hour Great American Farm Tour and the 4-hour extended edition. We both have them both downloaded tonight, so
Yeah, so maybe this weekend coming up we'll get a chance to watch it.
yeah.
Here Now said Excalibur question mark. It's the brand of the dehydrator that we have.
Yeah. Hey Charles, welcome.
Yay, OAG! Oh my gosh, I was just telling somebody. Who was I telling? Oh, Chelsea over at Little Mountain Ranch. She was asking how the live show went last night, and she had intended to call in and get caught up with the kids. And I said, oh, it's okay. Charles called, and I had just the most awesome time. It was the highlight of the show, Charles. So thank you so much for calling in and chatting with us. We just got done talking about our onion slips that we planted and how worried I was that the ice storm killed them. But I went out and checked tonight, and I think they're going to be okay. You know, they're definitely falling over, but I feel confident that they're going to bounce right back.
Yeah. The goats keep moving on us. Yeah, if you guys had enough goat cam, let me know. I'll switch back to the main normal feed. But so yeah, Great American Farm Tour a little bit to wrap up that conversation. I remember towards the end of the Great American Farm Tour when Justin and Rebecca went down to Florida because they said, okay, we're going to take 2 weeks off. We're going to go down to ABC Acres down in Florida. We're just going to chill for a couple weeks, take a break from things, reset ourselves. So we're not going to put out videos for the next couple weeks. So go back and watch all the episodes you missed. And we were like,
we watched every single one.
We watched every single one the day they all came out.
Yeah.
We never missed a single one. It was
right.
Like, now I got to go 2 weeks without watching you guys. What are you guys doing to us?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like we were even talking about that tonight. And, I'd love to know what you guys think. So I'm a music lover. I love music. And I absolutely adore my YouTube channels that I watch that have theme songs. You know when you tune in what that intro song's going to be, and you know when they are closing, they might have the exact same outro song every single episode, and you learn them. And for example, Mindy at Life Goes North, for the longest time, had the exact same intro song, and I got to where I could sing it. So I would sing it as it was going, and then she changed it. And I was like, oh, what the heck? I don't know. What is this song? And tonight we were watching Art and Bree, and they have the exact same outro song. And it's the most comforting feeling. Like, it's because this has become our new Cosby show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I was telling him, like, Family Ties when I was growing up. I could sing that song. And the
Yeah,
great,
the song from Cheers. Everybody
yeah,
knows that
right.
song. Everybody knows your name.
Yeah, and so because they become like our regular programming, I just like theme songs.
Hmm. So, Leah, how do you order the extended version of the Great American Farm Tour? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll forward you a link, Leah. I have an email that says how to go and order it.
Yeah, we were a Kickstarter for the project, so I think
I get like
that's why we
emails all
got.
the time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we got every single version of the Great
Mm-hmm.
American Farm Tour and maybe DVDs or
All the
something
mini
too.
documentaries and stuff, a
Yeah.
calendar, all kinds of fun stuff. So somebody said they made Don Ponce, but I don't want to forget. Remind me to go back to Brobrook Farms because I want to know what he's talking about. Dawn said she made baked potatoes in the Instapot. Amazing. So that's another update. Last week, it was right after my birthday, and I got to show you guys the presents that I got, and one of them was the Instapot, and we've made 2 meals in it, and absolutely adore it. The first meal was just a real quick, like Mongolian beef
Hmm.
with like stew meat and like soy sauce and ginger and yummy stuff, and it was great. And then we made like boneless pork ribs this past Sunday and turned out amazing. So, Brobrook Farms, hi from Tennessee. I'm so happy you're here. I You mentioned something about doing
It's up
something with
just
the
a little bit
onions, drawing a circle with a spoon around it.
right there.
Yeah, just ring your onion bulbs. Take a small spoon and run a ring around the onion bulb in the dirt. Why?
To give it space so it can grow, maybe?
I don't know. I'd be interested to know more about that. Like, I guess I wish you could show me what you're doing. Do you have a channel that you do that in? And I'm sorry, if you have a channel, I'm going to go check it out if you have something that shows me what you're doing because I am dead set to be successful with onions this year. Okay. Sorry, I just had to go back so we want to catch up. Part time said she was going to go through YouTube music when I was picking out mine. I was like, more that's Rosa's song. Nope, that's Life Goes North. Or yeah, I know. I was the same way. Like, oh, I can't use that song. That's Art and Bree's song. Or the one I always love is Better Life Together. Um, they have a theme song that is in theirs every single time, and I love theirs. I agree about Art and Bree's channel. It's just so good. Okay, OAG has a video. Of course he does. He has a video on everything. Have you have you done the hard boiled eggs in Instapot yet? Not yet, but I have every intention on doing that. I'm prepared to do it. I know the rules. I just haven't done it yet. So Creating Essence said, watch Hollis and Nancy's Homestead. They do a lot of growing guides on a lot of things, and he always rings in his onions. Okay, I'm going to go check it out for sure. Okay, but we didn't want to just be wah, wah, wah about the weather because I know that's how we all feel, but there is hope. And one of the greatest surprises on our property last year was right after we moved in, and we actually met our next door neighbors, and they came over and they said, "You're so lucky because your house gets the first flowers of everyone on the street. So we know spring's coming when your blue flowers show up." I'm like, at the time I didn't see any flowers. I'm like, where are they? And she's told us they're in the back side of the house in the woods. It becomes this carpet of blue flowers. So I couldn't wait. And so I kept like maybe last week or the week before. It was right before my birthday. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed from last year trying to find when do these flowers show up because I'm so done. And it was right after my birthday last year that I had the picture on the Instagram page. And they showed up, guys. So we're going to show you a quick video clip. I don't think we're in any of these, like our little picture. But just watch this quick video clip Todd took today. This is in the side woods, and it just becomes this carpet of, and the picture doesn't do it justice because the color's a little washed out, but it is so, so stunning.
Yeah, and I don't know what kind of flowers those actually are, but we completely mowed them down last year after they all bloomed, and this year they're all back again.
Hey, Mindy, we were just talking about you.
Oh, don't say it again. She'll hear.
It was all good. I'm going to tell you what I said, though, just so I can catch you up. We have bluebells by the creek. So anyway, that's the video. Here's a pretty picture of it. And this is it's probably hard to tell, but this is a pretty decent size area. And then here's a picture of them close up. So if anyone knows what these flowers are, I'd love to know. And they're even spreading out into the yard in places, which I totally don't mind because I absolutely adore them. If you guys are new to the channel and maybe you don't know some history that we might have shared, I was born in Texas. So the bluebonnets are like near and dear to my heart. And I have pictures of me as a little girl sitting in bluebonnet fields and stuff. And so that just reminds me of a little bit of my heritage.
Yep. So if you know what those flowers are, please tell us. I mean, maybe they're even good for something. We can make something out of them or eat them.
I have no idea. They're absolutely beautiful.
They're shaped like a little star almost. I think they will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little points on them.
Yeah, that does look like that. With an internal little bell.
Yep. And they come back every year, apparently.
So I saw, okay, so Mindy, just because I know you don't often get to join, I was just talking about how I absolutely adore, or how YouTube has replaced our TV. And it's become our regular programming, scheduled programming. We come home from work, we almost watch our channels in order. It's like, okay, turn to CBS, turn to NBC, turn to Fox. It's like the very first channel that we watch every day, the second channel, and we just go through and catch up on everybody's posts. And I was saying how much I'm a music lover, and I appreciate, love. I can just blurt out a theme song from the 80s, from any show I grew up watching. And you guys have, many of my channels that I watch have given me that same joy because there's a theme song at the beginning, the same theme song at the end. And I was saying, for example, Life Goes North, Mindy, the best theme song. I could sing every word of it. I knew it. And then she got rid of it. And I was like, where's the theme song? So that's what I was talking about. But
yeah, and we watched your 5 things video tonight, too.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Great job.
Yeah.
It's fun to see your guys' angle on it all.
I know some of the questions get redundant, and some of the tags and stuff. Snow glories? Is that what somebody said they're called?
Yeah, that's what Cindy said. And somebody said bluebells and somebody said snow glories.
I don't think they're blue. I know they're not bluebells. Snow glories, that might be right because those. I think that they're. I really don't think they're bluebells. They're very dainty. What is it? Snow. Yes, you're right, Cindy. They sure look like that, exactly like that. Yeah. And I remember our father and Todd's dad said something that they're called snow something, and he couldn't remember what they're Siberian squirrel. Yeah.
That's a snow glory right there.
Yeah.
Which kind of looks like that.
Yep. I think you're right, Cindy. I think that is it.
New herb of the week. Can we eat them?
Yeah, let us know if we can eat them. Please, Mindy said, I know, I'm so sorry. I haven't been happy with the intro. Listen, I could do all the moves. I could do everything. I knew when Griffin was looking and your husband's move. I had it all down. And then it got changed up, which I didn't mind the changing up of the views because I liked seeing all the different things that you had captured. But man, that theme song, bring it back for me, girl.
Cool. So what else was on our list for today?
Well, that's all that we had. But we wanted to, I think we talked about it, but not in the roundabout way. Are you using OSB? Yeah, we are using OBS. I always say OSB, but it is OBS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's all OBS. Even the goat cam is streamed with OBS. They're just different scenes within our project.
Oh, maybe they're going to play for you guys.
Oh, yeah, they're headbutting.
Oh, here we go. WWE and the Goat Shed. I don't think, Mindy, you've gotten to see the goats yet. I would never know if you two don't. I'm sorry. I know. I'm trying to catch up. Let's see.
If you ask us a question here now, we might have missed it. The chat goes by kind of fast sometimes, but
especially when we're talking, and I close my eyes when I talk a lot, so I'm not always looking. What was I going to say, though? Oh, we thought that since we didn't have a lot and we've got, 10, 12 minutes left, just to open it up for open Q&A. We've never thrown anything out there asking for Q&As. I know a lot of channels do that. So anything at all. It could be completely off topic. And if it's specifically for Todd, just say, I've got a question for Todd, or if it's for me, whatever you guys want to ask.
He here now's got $10 on the black and white goat.
I think you'd win because she's the ornery one.
Yeah, she's spunky. A goat cam, yes. In fact, do I use computer camera or an external webcam?
It's the camera built into our MacBook.
Yeah, so our main feed where you see us is the built-in camera on our MacBook Air. And then the camera that's on the goats right now is an IP webcam made by a company called Foscam, I believe, which is out in our shed, which has a wireless feed to our router, which then we route back through into OBS and stream live to you guys.
Hey, Finite World, glad you could join. Valerie, I still haven't tried the sourdough yet. I have Patty Alderman sourdough starter sitting in my pantry and haven't started it. Like, I'm already lagging on my kombucha, and I know myself well enough that I don't want to waste it, and I don't want to get going on something and have it go to waste. So until I'm committed, like in my mind and in my heart, I'm not going to get started yet. What are they eating? They're eating hay. So that's just a method that you could do to feed hay for less waste, because goats are really picky, and once hay touches the ground, they're not going to eat it. So they can just get tiny little pieces out without dropping it all on the ground. Joyful Home asks, what new thing are you excited to try on your homestead? Without a doubt, for me, it's pigs. It's going to be completely brand new. I am telling myself I'm absolutely going to love it, having pigs and just having my own pork that I raised. I know what it ate. I know that they were happy. And I just cannot wait. And bees, I would say. My own honey, you guys, I can eat. If you guys haven't seen Wiedemann Reeves' honey video where she gets like the
5 gallon
huge
bucket.
5 gallon bucket of honey, I want that. I could eat honey and everything.
So hi Andy, welcome. Andy's Backyard Shop. It's his first time in our live chat. Welcome.
Oh, super welcome.
So one of the things I'm excited about this year. So I'm excited for one about bees. I got a message from my bee guy telling me that my bees will be ready for pickup at the end of the month. It's a little too cold still. He doesn't want to give them out to people and then have them take them home and try to throw them in a hive and have them die or leave or swarm on us. So I'm excited about that, and I'm also excited this year. Last year was a difficult year for us in that, well, I don't know if I'm speaking for both of us, but last year was a difficult year for me on the homestead because we started off way, way, way behind the 8 ball on our homestead. The previous 5 years, the owners of this house basically rented this house to a lady who was a single mom who apparently didn't really take care of much of anything outside. So the back 4 acres of our property was weeds, about 4 or 5 feet tall. Every tree was overgrown. Every bush was overgrown. There was poison ivy everywhere. So last year was a whole lot of reclaim the land. Let's figure out what we have to work with. And it's all claimed now. It's all our land. Our land is surveyed. We know where the property lines are. So I'm excited for this year to maintain that going forward, come up with a good rhythm for doing that, and to start building new things. Start working on our perimeter fencing. I want to plant some more trees because there's some spots way out back where I definitely need some more wind block in the winter.
Yeah, this weekend we might be going to our conservatory plant sale and picking up some trees.
Yep.
So, okay, let's get
There's
some more
probably
questions.
some more questions.
Yeah.
Do the goats have names?
Yes. He calls them Brownie and Blackie. That's not their names. Brownie is Bathsheba, and the little black and white one is Philia. Brobrook Farm, or Bromark Farms, asked if we're going to the May Pateras conference, and we're not. I can only get to one, and we're going to do, or I'm going to do the Homesteaders of America conference.
I'll be right back.
Okay, will you grab me some drink?
Sure.
Thanks. Sorry, I'm going to try to get back to the questions. Goat Cam. Homestead, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up. Do the goats have names? Okay, we answered that. Wow, you both work outside. Wow, and you both work outside of the farm. Yeah, we do, Rosanna. So, I probably a year ago, before I moved to the homestead, this is another story for another day. I was going to quit my job. I was just done with the corporate world. I was able to just negotiate an adjustment. And so I only work 4 days a week. So I have Friday through Sunday off. But Todd works the standard 9 to 5, which is really 8 to 4. Okay, so sorry if I missed any questions. I tried to go back and look and see if I missed anything, but I don't think I did. I know there was a lot of conversations going around about the OBS.
Was there?
Feels like it.
Bandana Grandma was asked, I think, if you can run OBS on an iPad, and no, I don't believe you can. You can run it on a Mac or a PC.
And then Leah asked how we make our cute little pictures for our live shows.
Oh, we can't tell. It's
Maybe
Snapchat.
it's Snapchat.
Snapchat with the Bitmoji.
Yeah.
Bitmoji add-on. You can create your own little character.
Right.
And then if you're friends with somebody, like we happen to be friends on Snapchat, you can create your own little custom little icons of yourselves doing all kinds of crazy things together.
Yeah. So we're just Snapchat junkies. Between me, Todd, and his sister and his mom, we're going all the time back and forth with each other and just cracking each other up during the day. And we happened to see, like I sent him one, I was like, oh my gosh, that would make it such an awesome icon for, our live show or something. And we just did it and it stuck.
So will there be a chicken cam coming soon? We very well, I could very easily move that camera to the chicken coop, but
I don't think it would be as fun.
Our live shows don't start till 9 p.m. and it's dark outside.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe in the mid summer when it doesn't get dark till 9:30, we can try a chicken cam for you.
Yeah.
See if it works out. You probably add some lights in there and you could see them all sitting, getting ready to go to sleep.
I think you can tell the hay basket's working out great. It keeps them occupied, I think, because it's a challenge for them a little bit. You'll see I cut like larger holes out here and there so that they can not have to work for their food so much, but it definitely keeps them from overeating and it keeps them from wasting less. Now, what I don't know, and it's a heavy duty rubbery type plastic. It's definitely not rubber, but it's like a flexible plastic that I'm just not sure how long it's going to hold up. So we'll see. I got another one you'll see back there that I can, when that one's done, get another one. I mean, they were like $3.99 from the dollar store.
So Jim's In Town Gardening, welcome, and Barrel Boy Woods, welcome.
Hey, Barrel Boy. Hey, Jim.
Is there anything else we missed here?
Chicken cam.
Can't enjoy Snapchat for some reason. The faces, yeah, we don't really use the little faces with like the little dog ears and the tongues and.
I have a couple times on Instagram.
Oh, some of those were funny.
Yeah, to say like I think a couple times like to announce like our live show coming on and stuff.
Yeah, I wish I could move that camera so you could see little Blackie over there jumping on the garbage can because that's where her feet is.
Leah, if you can't enjoy Snapchat, I don't know if we can be friends. Just kidding. Oh no!
Now she's on top of the garbage can.
They're getting a little too big for their britches, but that's the thing about goats. They gotta climb, and I'm fine with it. She'll be fine.
Do you guys have any other questions for us? We're getting close to the end of our time here.
Well, good job, Blackie.
What did you do? Jump off?
Yeah, she jumped all the way off. Did you guys hear Jack and Tangi over at Freedom Homestead is moving? That's going to be exciting to follow them on their journey over there.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like maybe they're going to get to do a little bit more than they've been able to do on their current property, so that'll be fun. I think that was probably my YouTube. So if I had picked a couple YouTube videos that I liked this week, I have to say Pratt's video today, just because it was honest and real, and it demonstrated how much Mike and Jenny love their community that they've built, and how we all become family with one another and friends. And then Jack and Tangi's live show where they announced that they're moving, and going to be homesteading a little bit more, and so that's just super exciting. It's fun to follow people on their journey. Part-time said she's transfixed by the goats. I know it's addictive because we have the great thing about this camera, guys, is it comes with an app that you can put on your phone. And so I'm at work and my goat cam's playing in the background. I'm so paranoid about being a new goat owner. That's why we put this out there. I want to make sure that they're safe and they're okay. Hey, Kelly. But we're over our time, and we don't want to keep you guys longer than we intended to. And I know if you guys are like us, there's yet another work day facing us tomorrow.
Yeah, and I didn't pick any videos from the last week that were my favorites. But we kind of decided to do our live show. We almost canceled our live show tonight because we just did an hour and a half last night with Two Family Homestead, so we were a little bit drained from the whole
talking
yeah. Live on YouTube. But she decided at the last minute to, okay, let's go ahead and do it. So by the time I threw together all the pictures and get OBS all configured and ready to go, I didn't really throw together my favorite videos.
I would pick one for you. Just because I know him so well, I would pick one for him. I think we are absolutely loving Casey Neistat's new 368 vlog. It's been fun.
Definitely, yeah.
It's been super fun to watch.
Yeah, he's got a lot of energy with it, and I watch some of his videos sometimes, and I got to go back the next day and rewatch it because the editing is like way beyond anything I will ever be able to do in a video. I don't know. I don't know how he does it.
It's just mind blowing, his talent and his skills. So
yeah, we definitely an inspirational channel for anybody who does YouTube and makes videos. If you don't follow Casey Neistat, just to see the ultimate epitome of what somebody can do on a daily basis, putting out videos.
It's a super upper echelon, but I wouldn't say, what did you say?
He's got 9 million subscribers or something like that.
Yeah, but he can be a little rough around the edges at times. So it's, take that with a grain of salt, I guess.
Not as family friendly as many of the homesteading channels are out there.
No. Okay, but we're going to say goodnight.
10 degrees? Dang.
We're at 10 degrees in Maine. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, my brother lives in Maine.
Mm-hmm. All right, thanks for coming, though. Awesome turnout, guys. So super awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So definitely a few people that joined late, but you're just as welcome as everybody else. We'll be back again next Tuesday.
Mm-hmm. We did get one new video out this week. If you haven't gotten a chance to check it out, it was Todd's update on his garage lighting. Mm-hmm. I have a whole bunch of footage I need to put together on a bunch of nothing that got done.
Oh, yeah.
And so, hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason, welcome.
Glad you could join. We're just signing out, saying what's coming up this week. So, what did we say, though? Let me just tell you. My list is like, I showed him my list at work today. My list is crazy long. Oh, I was ending with the flower pictures on a good note, right? So there are signs of spring happening. And even though it's not the most fantastic situation going on outside right now, if I look in the forecast, starting like Saturday through all next week, it's absolutely positively amazing, like upper 50s and 60s. So I have tons of gardening planned that I intend to film. I have all that frozen maple sap. I need to still make my maple syrup. Abigail has a dance competition Sunday, so I'm going to be gone all Sunday, so I lose that day. I don't lose it, but I just don't get to do stuff around the house. What else? Oh, I got all the berry bushes I still have to plant from Stark Brothers that I haven't gotten planted yet. What else? I mean, my list is ginormous. Oh, I've got to sift compost from the chicken run and top dress the garden beds.
And I have to make a sifter for the compost.
Yeah, I said, can you make on the very first thing on the list was compost sifter thingy.
So yeah, we'll make up something. I think we got some hardware cloth, and I got it all planned out in my head. Maybe we'll do a video on it.
Yeah, just I want it to fit like right on top of the wheelbarrow that I can shake.
I don't know if that fits with what I have in my head.
Well, it's gonna have to. You're gonna have to adjust.
I have a better plan, I think. You'll like my idea.
Oh, what did we say? We wanted a trommel for something the other day. What did we want a trommel to do?
Oh, we were gonna. So like, remember and we're going way over our time, but I don't really.
It's okay.
I don't mind. Remember, I think it was last night on Two Family Homestead. We were their guests on their live chat, and we were talking about goat poop. And in our so here's our little goat shack, and the entire ground, we keep the ground covered with straw, and the goats poop in it. And she was talking last night. She's like, I need to figure out how to harvest that poop to take out and put in my garden, in my raised beds. I'm like, they should make some kind of a trommel machine. Like, do you remember the show that used to be on Discovery? It probably still is, Gold Rush, where they had that big trommel machine that they put all the dirt in it, and it would spin, and all the little fine particles of gold would fall out the bottom.
Yeah.
We wanted to design something so we could throw all this straw in this machine, and it would spin around, and all the poop would fall out.
Yeah, we got to be careful though. A patent might not exist, and that might be our millionaire idea. A goat poop trommel, a chicken poop trommel. That we need poop trommels in the homestead world.
Yeah.
Okay, but really, let's say goodnight.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone who joined early, who joined late, who stayed with us the whole time, who only joined for 5 minutes. We appreciate all of you guys coming and joining us.
Absolutely.
If you didn't click the thumbs up button on this live stream, scroll down a little bit and click that little thumbs up button for us. It helps us out.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right. Thanks, guys.